Welcome! My name is Dorota Trupp. I'm delivering to you the latest health tips. Today, I would like to focus on anti-anxiety treatment tools. These are actionable information you won't find anywhere. There is a lot of anxiety in general right now due to the fact that we're currently experiencing a global pandemic and an economical crisis as a result. We are all affected and rather anxious. These tools I am discussing today with you will help to relieve some of your anxiety you might have developed as a result of current situation. This information is designed to help those people who have been diagnosed with all forms of anxiety disorders. And at all times, as you educate yourself in existing treatment options, please discuss any changes and additions to your treatment with your leading doctor. This is not a medical advice, but it is an information you can use as a conversation starter with your physician at your next appointment. Anxiety is the most common of all mental disorders. Currently affects about 1 in 13 people worldwide, which is about 7.3% of general population. Interestingly, this mental disorder is more prevalent in Western countries. Anxiety is characterized by a feeling of worry or fear that are strong enough to interfere with one's daily activities. Examples of anxiety disorders include panic attacks, obsessive-compulsive disorder, and post-traumatic stress disorder. Traditional treatment includes counseling and medication, including antidepressants. In today's video, I will focus on other ways to deal with anxiety, a holistic nutritional intervention. Every doctor's goal who treats patients with anxiety is to ultimately get you feel well enough so you are off pharmacological medication, as much as they are very helpful, especially in the initial stages of your healing and your treatment, and especially when you might experience the more severe types of anxiety. This medication carry out a lot of side effects, as well as dependency risks. All pharmacological anti-anxiety medication in general have strong scientific evidence on its effectiveness and potential risks. Nutritional anti-anxiety remedies have in general less scientific evidence behind them. However, these remedies that I have chosen for you to know of today have a reasonable amount of research behind them and can be very helpful. Nutritional remedies don't carry out too many side effects and are relatively safe to use. Your aim is changing your brain chemistry, and this is achievable via so many different ways, through medication, exercise, psychotherapy, meditation, and nutritional or herbal remedies. The first step to your recovery is awareness, and then willingness to change, sourcing your support tools and networks, and implementation of acquired helpful resources and strategies. Before I go into specific nutritional remedies that I prepared for you, let's look at anxiety's common causes, as you might wonder, why on earth have you developed an anxiety disorder? You might not have seen this is coming to get you, right? In general, combination of genetics, environmental factors, family history, personality type, and personal history are all important and taken into consideration. A history of anxiety in your family might contribute to it, but this doesn't mean that you will develop anxiety. More common causes are a build-up of stressful events in your life. For example, abuse of any kind at any point of your life, an exposure to emotional, physical, or sexual abuse is really high predictor in developing some form of anxiety in childhood as well as in your adulthood. Other factors such as experience of negative life events such as negligence, trauma, grieving of the loss of the loved one, or a major life event such as divorce, becoming a parent, moving countries, relationship problem, loss of job and financial worry. And then there is substance abuse of alcohol or drug, as well as living with severe illness or chronic health conditions that can all contribute to the development of anxiety. And if it happens that you live through some of these common stressors, the chances are that you developed anxiety disorder, no matter how strong you thought you were. Don't blame yourself for this now. This is not your fault that you have been through a rough time and your body is now out of balance. The question is, what are you going to do now? And how fast you're going to act to get yourself back on track and become the healthier version of yourself. The one that you remember you have been before anxiety manifested. Let's bring the healthier version of you to forefront. The fact is that anxiety is once it's developed, it usually further complicates your life. If it's left untreated, it can interfere with daily activities, career, and interpersonal relationships. In worst case scenario, it can debilitate your life. It is important for everyone to know the common symptoms of anxiety, so in case when you or your loved one develops anxiety, it is quickly spotted and treated correctly before the person spirals into developing of unhealthy coping strategies that will further complicate the recovery and cause a lot of havoc in your life. Okay, what are the common symptoms of anxiety? Let's look at these. Well, depending on what type of anxiety you developed, the symptoms vary. Since there are so many different types of anxiety disorders, from panic attacks, social anxiety to phobias, the symptoms will vary. But in general, one might start noticing a withdrawal from activities. Lots of activities, the activities that would help you to combat the anxiety as well. It would be so great that you understand you need to keep moving and doing things, even though you feel that this is the last thing you want to do right now. You just want to lie down and hide, but unfortunately, that's not a successful treatment strategy. It is okay to rest, but there is a strong need for decisive action. The physical symptoms you might notice are panic attacks, hot and cold flashes, racing heart, tightness of the chest, quick breathing, restlessness or feeling tense, sleep problems and feeling of wounded up and being edgy, and obsessive compulsive rituals like hand washing. The psychological symptoms are excessive fear, worry, catastrophizing, ruminating thoughts, or obsessive compulsive thoughts. The behavioral symptoms are avoidance of situations that make you feel anxious, which can impact on your work and social life because you might just avoid it all. There are many ways to reduce anxiety naturally. Let me first go through lifestyle and diet advice, and then I will follow up with recommendations on specific nutrients that I've researched for you. On the top of my list, I'll put eating a healthy Mediterranean-style diet. Diets rich in vegetables, fruits, high-quality meats, fish, nuts, and whole grains can lower the risk of developing anxiety disorders, but diet alone is not enough to treat them. It is, however, your stepping stone and a basic requirement to obtain recovery. Yes, you are what you eat. It is worth to notice that 90% of your neurotransmitters, such as so-called happy feeling neurotransmitter serotonin, is produced in your gut, as well as some B vitamins. Hence, looking after your gut health is extremely important. If you, for example, have anxiety disorder and unresolved gut health issue with lots of symptoms of bloating, indigestion, diarrhea, or constipation, you know that you need to look into resolving your gut health issues as a part of your overall recovery plan. You will not be able to produce the most needed neurotransmitters that make you feel good if your gut isn't healthy, right? That's a basic requirement for good brain health. That is as important as dealing with your earlier traumas through psychotherapy. You might need to address both and be able to change your brain chemistry, and not to rely on a pharmacological medication forever. Studies show that consuming probiotics and fermented foods has been associated with improved mental health. I would like you to incorporate at least 5 fermented foods into your diet and have them rotating daily. Yes, daily. Limiting coffee might be important, as excessive coffee intake might worsen feeling of anxiety in general in many people, and especially those who have developed anxiety disorder. Abstaining from alcohol, anxiety disorders, and alcohol abuse are really strongly linked. So it will definitely help if you stay away from alcohol as much as possible. Exercising often. Regular exercise is linked to lower risk of developing anxiety disorder and certainly helps a person with anxiety disorder. You will feel better thanks to the endorphins release, which is a happy hormone that reduces pain and boosts pleasure, resulting in a feeling of well-being. And one type of meditation-based therapy called mindfulness-based stress reduction has also been shown to significantly reduce symptoms in people with anxiety disorder. You might try that too. Practicing yoga has also shown to reduce symptoms in people diagnosed with anxiety disorders. And aromatherapy may also help, especially a regular use of lavender oil in diffuser, which is what I have got running right now. Let's take a look at nutritional supplements. Vitamins such as vitamin A, B6, B12, C, D, and E have shown to be helpful in the treatment of anxiety. And this is because the deficiency of these vitamins contributes to the development of anxiety and depression. So, it would be wise to run a blood test and checking if you have any of these particular vitamins deficiencies right now, and supplement these vitamins that you're shown to be deficient in. If you have confirmed deficiency of any of those vitamins, I would supplement these individually because the dosage will be higher and it will take less time to solve your problem. But even taking a good quality multivitamin supplement daily has shown to reduce generalized anxiety disorder. Supplementation with inositol, which is also referred as vitamin B8, this is a substance, a carboxylic sugar that is abundant in brain and other tissues and mediates cell signal transduction in response to a variety of hormones and neurotransmitters. Studies shown that supplementing with 12 to 18 grams of inositol a day helps to control panic attacks and the fear of public places or open spaces. One study found that inositol is as effective as prescription medication. However, larger clinical studies are needed before inositol effectiveness for panic attacks can be proven. Looking at the minerals, I would like you to pay attention to magnesium and zinc. Similarly to the vitamins that I've described before, studies shown that these minerals deficiency directly contributes to the development of anxiety disorders and depression. And those are often comorbid. When you have depression, you've got anxiety as well. You can run serum zinc level test, which is a blood test, but it might be tricky with assessing magnesium deficiency, as serum level of magnesium have little correlation with total body magnesium levels. In other words, it might be difficult to actually assess if you are magnesium deficient. But supplementation with it doesn't carry any significant side effects. So you might try that. So supplementing with these supplements is important when you have anxiety disorder, and I would recommend that you take these minerals at separate times, ideally away from each other, as magnesium and zinc will compete for absorption in your digestive tract when taken at the same time. You could take 15 milligrams of zinc in the morning and always with food to reduce the potential for nausea, as zinc can cause nausea when taken on an empty stomach. And you are looking at taking 350 milligrams of magnesium in the evening, but just before the sleep. Another supplement that can be very helpful is omega-3 fatty acids, commonly known as fish oil. If you are depleted in omega-3 fatty acids, then you might notice an improvement in relation to anxiety when taking this orally as a supplement of 1.5 grams of omega-3 fatty acid a day. Now, this is not a dose of fish oil. It might take about 3 grams of fish oil to deliver 1.5 grams of omega-3 fatty acid. Always check the label and try to find good quality fish oil that is purified. Another good supplement to think of is L-lysine, that is an essential amino acid that is used in the biosynthesis of proteins. Supplementing with L-lysine will have direct impact on the neurotransmitter serotonin. It shows to suppress serotonin receptor-mediated anxiety, and especially when combined with another amino acid called L-arginine. It has been documented. These, when taken together, normalize hormonal stress response in humans with anxiety disorders. So, reducing overall cortisol levels and promoting feeling of well-being and better handling of stressful situations. So these two are, you have to give them a go. You are looking at oral treatment with L-lysine of 2.65 grams per day and L-arginine of 2.65 grams per day as well. These supplements are available in powder form. You can mix them with water and have those away from food. There are no reported side effects when taking these supplements. Now, the next supplement that you need to know of is GABA, an amino acid produced naturally in the brain. GABA functions as a neurotransmitter, facilitating communication among brain cells. GABA's big role in the body is to reduce the activity of neurons in the brain and central nervous system, which in turn has a broad range of effects on the body and the mind, including increased relaxation, reduced stress, and more calm, balanced mood, alleviation of pain, and boost of sleep. Low levels of GABA are linked to anxiety and mood disorder, epilepsy, and chronic pain. So, you can purchase GABA as a supplement naturally. It is found in fermented foods. Hence, it is great to eat these 5 fermented foods that I've recommended earlier to optimize your gut health, as this will also deliver GABA. GABA is not found in anything else but fermented foods. You can supplement GABA in doses as small as 100 mg a day up to 750 mg 2 to 3 times per day, likely at bedtime. At any time, when you are diagnosed with anxiety disorder, it is important to also check for pyrrole disorder. This is a genetic condition that might present with symptoms of zinc and B6 deficiency. Many patients with anxiety and other comorbid mental health issues might in fact suffer from this genetic disorder, pyrrole disorder. So please ask your doctor to check for this as well. These were your anxiety essentials. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, this is not a medical advice, but it is information you can use as a conversation starter with your physician at your next appointment. If you would like a personalized nutritional consultation, do not hesitate to book one-on-one consultation with me via my website dorotatrupp.com.au. And to learn more about digestive wellness and natural health, subscribe to my YouTube channel now and sign up for my newsletter, where I will share with you more in-depth information, recipes, and special offers. Stay well and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much, and bye for now.